What is up, guys? It is Chris Roy 739, and today we're going to take a look at the most impactful cards I found of the Cloud of Witnesses set. Now, I know this may seem like a lot. I have, let me see, for one, I have a lot of cards to go through, so this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. The plan of this video is I have 23 cards and these 4 lost souls that I'm all going to go through and explain how I thought they were the most impactful. I'm going to try and go as fast as I can, and I have them all randomized so they won't all be in order, so I'll be kind of ping-ponging around here. But I would really like to go through all these cards. So the reason why I put these 4 lost souls first is because they all act as one concept, which is most of them at least act for the concept of instant ability lost soul, but then as a whole combine this ability of doing awkward things with lost souls that haven't been done before, and it each goes with a certain type of deck. First we have, I believe it's called the Dole Lost Soul. Forgive me if I don't know the names of all these. I believe this is the Dole Lost Soul, and it says, during battle, if opponent uses a good special ability to look, reveal, or search, you may search your deck for an evil character or evil enhancement. I love this card because it gives your draw deck that can't just seem to get that one card. It gives it that ability just by having that lost soul out to rescue to get that one card. If this lost soul is put in territory, you may reveal a hand. I think it's pretty obvious why that's awesome, because you get to know it's instantaneous hand knowledge every time you put it in territory. If you draw this card, you may reveal the top 6 cards of a deck. Put lost souls in play, and the deck's owner may add a revealed evil card to hand, underdeck the rest. This is obviously amazing because it has the diversity of using his deck or your deck. If you need lost souls desperately and you got a handful of offense, you don't care what evil card they get. But at the same time, your opponent goes for a rescue attempt, you draw some, and then you not only have the draw, but then you also have this search for the evil card, basically, of the top 6 cards. It's an amazing card. And then we have negate opponent's banned abilities. Not good abilities, not evil abilities, negate opponent's banned abilities, which in this particular meta is very, very good because evil characters are wanting to ban a lot more and heroes are wanting to ban a lot more. Guaranteed, there are a lot of cannot be prevented things, but because this card is so new and so fresh, a lot of people don't catch it and see it right away. I've seen a lot of people go for rescue attempt with Abigail and then regret it because they didn't catch this lost soul. So this is why I like these lost souls, is because each of them, as I always talk about, what makes a card really, really, really great and really, really impactful is its diversity and its ability to be used. Then we're going to pan over here to our other cards. First card I gotta bring up is the mighty Coliseum. Alright? The Coliseum negates all protect abilities on cards in the field of battle. That in itself is pretty amazing. It gets rid of Belshazzar's Banquet, failed objective, all those cheap blocks, Uza, but at the same time it tosses all the CBN stuff. Toss all enhancements played in battle that cannot be negated in the special ability or that have no special ability. The reason why this card is the most impactful in the game is not because it will stay on the board, but because it's such a gigantic threat that you can no longer go all CBN and all cheap blocks. Because if this would stay on the board and you could not draw it, you would 5-0. And that's why it's amazing. It's not necessarily because it will always stay on the board, but because it's a threat of being able to be on the board. Our next card is going to be Joshua, Son of Nun. This is definitely my favorite hero of the whole set. The reason why he's so impactful is because he gives Captain a boost and he takes a single brigade sight. Now that doesn't seem too big of a deal, but right now with sight locks being able to be a probability, and since mid-range defenses are now the defenses to run that are single brigaded and that are themed, with this you will run into single brigade sights. Why? Because there are so many single brigade sights that help that mid-range defense. The reason why we didn't see him before is because the only thing that really goes with small cheap block defenses is Horma, and Horma gets stopped by a few things that stopped it before, and especially now. So this is why Joshua Son of Nun is good, is because that mid-range defense is coming back. But most of all, CBN search for captain or CBN ban to captain, especially with Sword of the Spirit to back him up. Next up, we have Every Man's Sword. This is I already did this. I'm not going to take too long on this because I did the swords review. If you haven't seen that, check out my channel and look under the swords review. You'll find it there of fuller detail. But you can place it on any warrior class evil character, and the reason why that's great is, like I said before, mid-range is back because of Coliseum and because of the way that the meta is going. And it needs a beefier defense to set up against any type of block against the offense. So you may discard a multi-brigade good card. It's just amazing because there's so many multi-brigade cards. That's something. That's something that's really prevalent in this new set. Jericho. The first part of the disability I'm not even going to read because honestly it's just protecting your opponents from discard from 2 identifiers, which is okay. I will say it holds a black curse. Now right now our black curses aren't the best, but what I'm saying is with the new set coming up, with the next set coming up before Nationals, you look out for those black curses and see what you can throw in there. Also, it's a Joshua card. I feel like that's going to be more and more prevalent since we only have 4 Joshua heroes, but we have 2 amazing ones right now. While an opponent controls a cloud hero, which is prone to pretty much every deck, your evil characters cannot be prevented by good cards. That is amazing because it's all your evil cards. Now, cannot be prevented is so good now because of the threat of Coliseum. So, and fight by the numbers of any type in any deck is always good. So you're able to throw this in basically almost any deck and have that little bit of beefiness against cloud decks or any deck that's running cloud, which is a lot. Then we have Angel of the Winds. This, honestly, I have to say, is my hero of this set. And the reason why is because it gives an angel that searches for any hero in any type of deck. If you want to run musicians with New Testament purple, if you wanted to run New Testament prophets, you put Angel of the Winds in. Why? Because it searches for any human hero. It exchanges with any human hero. And with the little bit of rumor of exchange not being search anymore, it's going to be even better than before. So this is why this card is good, is because it can be added into any low identifier set or high identifier set and make it amazing. Next card we have is You Will Remain. If an opponent uses an evil end the battle ability this turn, you may begin a new battle. If an opponent removes your last hero from the battle, you may remove this from the game to add your hero to battle. Go for a rescue attempt. They play Falling Away and convert him to an evil character. Boom, remove it from the game, add in another hero. It's that simple and that easy. It also makes Fight by the Number banning chains paired with kill card banning chains a lot harder to face. You go in with your Joshua Captain, they get rid of both of them, you add in your cards that do have negates, and they have very few now. It is an easy way to basically make a second rescue attempt. And it involves music, because musicians got beefed up, you have the music leaders, so if you're running those types of decks that can run that with it, it's even better. Next we have A Second Coming. This is definitely one of the most impactful, it has to be the most impactful dominant we've seen, I would dare say. Why? Because you get a search deck or discard pile for a good dominant. If you're in a pinch, you're about to lose the game, search discard pile, search your deck for Son of God, search your deck for Angel of the Lord, or search your deck for more importantly, if you're blocking, grapes. It's the ability to find that last Son of God because you've rescued 4 lost souls and you want to 5-0 your opponent. It's that I can't get past this one evil character, but as soon as I do, I can take over the game. Boom, make that judgment call, discard that evil character, win the game. It's that it can trade out for any of those good dominants that you desperately need. The next one is Dutiful Priest. Now I know that you guys don't think Dutiful Priest is an impactful card, but hear me out. You can choose 4 priest decks, for particularly priest decks that will be continued to boosted with Eli to Samuel. I don't think priests were given a good chance this year within the current meta. It can choose to be a tabernacle or a temple priest. You can play an offering enhancement, which they did boost a few, and I think they're going to continue to do that. You can discard an animal, which you're running animals is great, but as animals continue, that's going to get better and better, and you get to have the draw 2. Also, a 1/3 priest, high priest, generic that has initiative, I just feel like is a really, really good card, and I want to say especially for Type 2, and I will, but I'm sorry if I'm wrong with that because I know I do play Type 2. Falling Away, the new Falling Away. Underdeck an angel or convert a human hero to an evil character in any brigade until end of turn. This is an amazing card because if your opponent goes for a rescue attempt and you have no ECs, you can convert it to that and it has the duality of that. But most importantly, it is an almost unstoppable second Christian martyr. And with the offense being so boosted, you want to have that second Christian martyr. So that's what I love about this. Love, love, love about that card. Sword of the Spirit. Once again, go check out my swords review if you want a full out detail, but keep it simple. Negate and discard an evil multi-brigade or orange card in play. Throw this on your kings and just run all day long. It's a negate enhancement against those two with your Joshua and Captain. There's not much more that needs to be said than that. Next up is King Akesh, one of the cards that is helped a little bit, just a little bit in the Philistine defense, give it some draw ability. If another Philistine is in play and no evil enhancement is in battle, you may draw 2 or play an Old Testament evil enhancement. Cannot be negated if David is in play. It's awesome that he's CBN if David is in play. The draw 2 has come extremely useful to me. Play OT enhancement has not yet, but with the new expansion coming, and this is the only Philistine we got, there may be more to come around the corner. Alright, down to our last 12 here. Let's look at Watchful Leaders. Now, we didn't see a whole lot of New Testament. Shout-outs to JD getting 3rd with that New Testament beautiful deck. Watchful Leaders, when put in play from hand, gains 1 church identifier. That is huge. It would, and honestly, it wouldn't be that huge if his ability wasn't so good. May ban to a hero from the same church as this hero, which you're obviously going to choose a church that you want. Protect that hero from harm. That is amazing. It gives a Shania to any clay church-run offense, which is you're running clay, and unless it's clay disciples, you're going to be running this card, and it's going to be amazing. All right. The next one is Confusion, the card that was wrecking your day and making you cry and sob and tears at Nationals. Name a card. Remove Confusion from the game to remove all copies of name card in player's deck, discard pile, and hand from the game. Getting rid of that Son of God. Why is it so much better now? Because it gets rid of it from hand and it's brown. That's why it's even beefier than it was before. It was being run before it was like this, and now it's definitely being run as often as you can. Moses. I hope I don't have to explain this card to a lot of you, but for those who are new to the channel, let me explain why this is so good. It's 3 brigades for 1, it's also 3 identifiers, and it's a cloud card. It's territory class, which means while it's sitting in your territory, it is active in its ability. It negates enhancements, lost souls, and characters in territories. Except cloud cards, of course, but there's not that many that are evil. Or not any that are evil. While in battle, negate enhancements and characters in the field of battle except cloud cards. This is an amazing card because it does so much. As I heard one person in Nationals, it's 3 cards in 1. And it absolutely is because it has the 3 things it negates, and it is territory class, it has the 3 different identifiers and 3 different brigades. It's a 3-in-1 package. That's the easiest way to put Moses. Next up is Faith of David. Place in territory during battle while an evil character is blocking. You may discard this card to add a cloud hero or a royal hero to battle. With the boost of Throne of David and the boost of cloud heroes, it's just an easy add-in when you can go for a rescue attempt with a hero. They get rid of one of them, you discard that to add in your Joshua captain and negate the enhancement, and now you have 4 heroes in battle. What are they going to do? The next up is Firefoxes. Now, I know this passed by a lot of people, but I did see quite a bit of it. Why? Because it's basically a unprotected foreign wives. So shuffle a site. If used, if used by If opponent used a special ability to draw, exchange, or search this turn, protect lost souls from opponent. If used by Samson, remove a male and female character from the game. You'd use it as an EC for a free block. Oh, you searched. Oh, you exchanged. Oh, you drew. Boom, okay, I'll protect them, and then I'll die. The only problem with this card is that it gets wrecked by Coliseum, but one thing that we desperately need to learn is that Coliseum will not always be up. Next up is David the Shepherd, which boosted and made Throne absolutely fantastic this game, and made my deck work. You may search deck for Throne of David or an Old Testament red warrior class hero like Joshua, Son of Nun, and put in play. Cannot be interrupted. 1 Samuel hero, 8/5. He's also Cloud, and he cannot be stopped. Why is this card so good? Because he searches for Throne. We have a David that searches for Throne and puts it in play. That is amazing. Plus, he's half red. We've passed the red-purple border, and now we can do combos and combinations that are just absolutely magnificent, and that I absolutely love. Treasures of War. Place in territory. Discard this to negate and discard an artifact, or the last artifact activated. Cannot be negated if a brown king is in play. This is an amazing card because with the Second Coming, Hezi's Signet Ring is wrecking and destroying, which means that you need more artifact destruction. And this was put in to balance the game, and I love it, but it does more than balance the game. It gives the ability for it gives it ability for particular offenses that couldn't get past artifacts. If it was 2 or more artifacts, gives them the ability to have destruction and this card to make sure that they can always get past it. Next up, we have Faith of Samuel. This was the ultimate banding card. Interrupt the battle, and hero may band in any number of human heroes. If all those heroes are Cloud heroes or share the same book, you may draw 3. Why is this amazing? Because sharing the same book is something that a lot of clay does and that a lot of green does. And it's just an amazing card overall because it's the draw and the band. Also, the clay green, I don't know why, I can't think of why off the top of my head, but it's so good. And it's a Cloud card, which means it can be played on Moses all day long. And banning on Moses is just simply amazing. King Saul. This is what made Throne the beast that it is. You may draw a card and may ban to a First Samuel character matching King Saul's brigade, or you may toss the next evil enhancement you play in battle. Cannot be interrupted. Him banded to Abigail, banded to David equals 4 cards plus double activated Throne. There's not much you can do against it. It's just absolutely fantastic for boosting up that Throne. Paying taxes is the exact same as the Treasures of War, except that it's for the other side of the defense. So that's all I want to say about that one, since I already explained what it does. David the Psalmist. Look at the top 3 cards of deck. You may underdeck them. If David's harp is inactive, you may play an enhancement involving music. Cannot be negated. This gives me the hope that there'll be a new David's harp, but it also gives me the Prophet Musician Border Cross, which is amazing and great, and it's a Cloud card. As always, that's always a good thing right now. And just the extra musician and David being white is amazing. Down to our last 2. First, we have Faith of Gideon. Faith of Gideon was my favorite kill card on Moses during this entire set, and that's because it forced 2 evil characters to fight each other, or if used by a Cloud hero, withdraw all evil characters. It was just such an amazing card to have 2 evil characters face each other that could be played on the Moses. It was just a great card, and it gives gold another force 2 evil characters to fight. Alright. Is that all our cards, guys? Alright. That is all of them. So, thank you guys for looking at this video. Please comment in the below what was your favorite impactful card of the set. And do you agree with me? Was the Angel of the Winds the most impactful card in the set? Or did you think it was a different card? Thank you guys for watching as always. Please leave a like and comment in the below, and share this to all your friends. But till next time, this is Christopher739, and I'll see you on the next video.